This
Good afternoon.
conference will now be recorded.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are here on the webinar on topic of Creo Advanced Assembly Extension. Myself, Deepan, application engineer of professional technologies. I would like to say some few words about professional technologies. We are the authorized reseller for PTC software and Autodesk's PowerMill and FeatureCam software. We also resell Rapid, Arcadia, and Cadco softwares. Now, this is my sales team. You can feel free to ask any queries. They have their email ID and as well as phone number too. So let's take a look of Creo. If you are going to create an assembly or a drawing or a project, whatever you are working, Creo provides you the in-depth design concept for each and every parts, like industrial leading CAD capabilities, connecting the internet, connecting the things from capable, valuable things from the internet, and merging it with your product and delivering the most top level result for your product. And augmented reality is you all people know that viewing it directly in the real time, and then creating 3D printer like creating the 3D models in additive manufacturing. And you can see in model based definition, you can see dimensions in 3D modeling. This will you can able to understand each and every drawings, and you can check the you can eliminate 2D drawing and as well as the paperworks too. It makes the drawing looks so easier for the industries. Now, before going into the assembly, advanced assembly extension, I would like to communicate or share a few things. Whether you have faced these problems, like communicating with your bottom level or top level teams regarding your project, it will in the vocal it may occur a lot of issues. You can receive a lot of issues, and so it will that causes errors and reworks. You may whether you have find out like if you have to change a dimension in assembly, you have to work from top to bottom for a single change, or whether you in a customized product you can change a change in within a few minutes, whether the customer changes the design last second. So this will regarding that you can this will create a lot of budget or delay time. The name of the company may be caused, and while communicating with your customers or not the customers, your vendors, your business will not be safe. If anything you faced in these 5 issues, you definitely you need assembly, advanced assembly extensions of PTC Creo software. So let's talk about what is advanced assembly extension. It is the PTC Creo software. It's a module that supports top-down design management and concurrent engineering and shop floor assembly management and documentation as well. So what is concurrent engineering? In a single assembly, a team works on a single assembly is called as concurrent engineering. What is top-down design? It's like from the top level design management to the bottom level design persons. The flow of process is called as top-down design. The flow of process, uh, the flow of process will take the communication even more better in the top-down design. What is assembly configuration? For example, if you see in this image, you can see a fan with a 6 pin. A customer asked for a fan with a 6 pin. At the last minute, whether he changed it for a 5 inch, what do you have to do? You have to start, if you want to start from the initial node in the PTCQ advanced assembly extension, you can just within a minute you can change it to the 5 inch, and you can save it on the you can save it as a two models. And this is the top-down design process. You can see there is a lead engineer, there is a sub-engineer, the sub-engineer 2, the sub-engineer 3, and the sub-engineer 4. Each one works on the same assembly but in different sub-assemblies, and the supplier partners too. So the lead designer knows which person works on which team, which sub-assembly, and which supplier needs which sub-assembly. He is the person who will command you have to command the person that they have to work on the process. So these engineer sub-assembly engineers, they might have a few team members behind them, so they can split the sub-assembly to them as a another sub-assemblies. So these are the few most important Creo tools in the advanced assembly extension model. The first one is skeleton. This is the basic level of advanced assembly extension. This is nothing but this is not a model. This is just a boundary definitions. This will be created by the head of the team or project manager. They will define only boundaries, datums, and more important points only they will derive. That's called the skeleton model. In the drawing, you can see this is the skeleton model. It does not have anything, just a boundaries and just a few datums. So with the skeleton model, what will happen if there are a group of 4 members working on the same project? If the D changes a dimension, if D's have made some changes, it will not be updated to A, or it will not updated to some other persons like that. But with the help of skeleton, a person who controls the skeleton has the power to change, and any changes made in the drawing will be automatically updated to that uh, team head or team management or whatever they are on the top level management. Let's see. This is the next one is shrink wrap. Now I will explain it later on the drawing. Next one is data sharing and in the data sharing there are two things like copy geometry and publish geometry. The first thing is publish geometry. What is publish geometry? You can see that the lead integrator here for this first engineer, he just gave just 2 curves to work on. That is called publish geometry. He knows this engineer want to work on this part only, so he will take this curve and this curve as their model reference, and he will publish to the engineer at the top level. So he knows the second person needs only these two, so he will only publish this thing. So the first one and the second one, they don't know what they are working on. I mean, other persons working on. So if any changes, it will be automatically updated on the main drawing. The main drawing was controlled by a single engineer, so everything will be updated to. Without his knowledge, nothing will happen. So next, copy geometry. There is a geometry or part like the published geometry. It was placed somewhere around in a large assembly. You have to you need on a structure or something like that, so you can easily drag it on, place it. Next, I'm going for demo. It will take. I'm starting from the initial, so that the person easily understood. So I'm going to open a train assembly. You see, I'm opening it as open representation. Now you may ask a question: why are you opening it in the open representation without opening it? This open representation will be mentioned by the team head. That means if you are working in a large assembly, it may take a lot of time to load a full of entire number of components if you open it. But the team manager will know what are the required structures, references they need. He might pick those things and he might keep in the representation so that we can open it. So we are going. Next, we are seeing it as skeleton. You can see that this is the locomotive of our model. You can see top level, engine assembly, top mainframe. You can see the drawing. Now I am going to work on the passenger car. Now you can see what is skeleton here clearly. This is the passenger car. Here you see, you can't see a single structure like that. You can see only boundaries that and few dimensions that has been few like curves and other windows like that only. You can see that. You can right now I'm going to That is a skeleton model. So the top level management in the from the from the train, they derived a skeleton to the passenger car skeleton. So I am going to activate it. So in that passenger car skeleton, you can see a lot of things like a passenger car motion, structure, interior. Each and every one has a sub assembly. So it all comes under the manager. So right now I'm opening it. I'm going to create a I'm going to publish the geometry. What is publish geometry? You can see that. I'm going to give, I'm a project manager, so I'm going to give us to publish geometry to two persons like structure team and the interior team. Now I'm going to give a geometry to the structure team. You can see I'm picking this reference. Taking this as a reference one, and I'm going to cite those things as my published geometry. The naming is the most important thing in the advanced AAX. So you can understand where, for what purpose I have created that. So I just created a structure public geometry. So I'm going to work for a, I'm going to publish a geometry for the interior team. So for that, I'm going to pick this one. And this one as my references. And I'm going to pick these two as my references, and I'm going to name it as for interior. So I have created two geometries and published geometries. So I need to copy the geometry in structure and interior. For that, I need to activate that structure. Here comes the copy geometry feature. For the copy geometry feature, you have to click copy geometry, and what geometry you need to copy. I'm going to copy the structure, and I'm going to say it OK. So it will automatically call into the structure assembly. Now I'm going to open the interior assembly. I'm going to activate it, and I'm going to use the copy geometry, and I'm copying the interior published geometry and pasting it on the interior skeleton model. So right now the two published geometry has been created. So now right now I'm going to open the structure assembly, and I'm going to work on it. Open. You can see nothing has been referred. If a team, the team will receive this much of details only, so that it's easy to manage whatever they want to work, and the person knows who are all working on a what kind of assembly they are. So right now I'm activating it. I'm going to make a profile. You can see that sweep. I'm going to sweep this. So I'm going to sweep. I'm going to editing it. So you can see I already created a sketch on it. So I'm going to project it on the surface. I'm closing it, and you can see I created I swept a component, and I'm pressing it OK. I have to remove the excess material on this side. I'm going to cut it down, and I'm going to extrude that. You can see both side, remove material, I remove the material, and the structure is completed. So right now I'm going to pattern this, and see that patterning it from the start passenger. I need 8 columns. So for that 8, my total length is W286, and pressing it OK. I created this one. So right now I'm saving it, and I'm closing this one. So here the structure is completed for the published geometry I have done. So right now I'm going to making it as a master. So here this is the top level management. He can see the update that he gave to the gave a published geometry to a subassembly lead. They created, and it will be automatically updated. So next I'm going to open it for the interior team. So here I'm going to open it. This is working on, this team is working on sheet metal interior. So you can see that they are going to work on this wall. So we gave it two references. They are going to work it on the wall. For that, he's going to activate it. So I'm going to create a form feature. Form. I'm going to sketch it, and I'm going to place two reference points, and I'm going to project it. Close, and making it okay. And I'm creating a window. You can see that. I'm going to add some tapers. -6. I'm going to note some edges too, curved edges. Right now it has been created. So I need to cut that for the exterior surface. So I'm going to cut it, solid surface, and I'm going to cut it, removing that material. You can see that came inside. So I'm altering it. So it has been cut down. So this has been completed. The wall has been made. So there are around 8 walls. So sorry, 6 walls. So I have to activate each and every wall, patterning it and making it. Next one for the other side, and I'm just viewing it. That's it. The second interior part, I mean the second subassembly has been created. Now I'm saving it and closing it, and you can see the interior representation, making it as master. It's already created. Now you people have a doubt what is meant by string wrap. If there you need to mention lot of, you see you have to take lot of reference in for a single part. So you asking me whether I have to pick each and every reference or every points for my drawing. For that issue they have created string wrap option. That means you can see that if you create a string wrap, the entire thing will be created, entire references will be already taken. I'm going to, because I have made some few changes, so I'm going to update it. Updating my string wrap. So you can see clearly see there are 8 pillars I have created, 6 pillars. Everything has been updated. So right now I'm going to work on the door. I'm going to activate it. Before going, I have this copy geometry. I'm going to make few changes update. That is manual update notification. It means whether the door notification, whether the update has been made for the door, the system should not update automatically. It should ask me before it updates. With my permission only, it need to update. Like that, we are giving a command to the drawing. Okay, then I'm going to work on it. Geometry. This is a surface, and I'm going to thicken it in the opposite direction. I'm giving it as 70. Okay, I'm going to cut down few windows. I'm going to give it as 5. That's enough for me, and I'm making it as okay. Then I've created few like door extension, window door sale, like that. I'm going to activate it, making it view. You can see that, and I'm going to save it, and I'm closing it. Right now, and here it will be automatically updated. The interior, you see, step door assembly and representation, making it master. Other thing I have derived it, so I'm making it everything as master copies, master representations. You can see the interior seats, they are automatically created. Let's see how fast it's easy to make this much large assembly. You can see the outer cover also be created. The each and every are sub-assembly from the master skeleton file. I'm going to manage session. Okay. File. You guys see the design exploration session. That what it means if you have to take some few data like few concept like a fan with 10 wings, fan with 15 wings, fan with 30 wings like that. For each and every time you no need to from using AIX. For each and every time you no need to go for it model and for a separate model. In that we have called here design exploration session. We can create a checkpoint. So what checkpoints we are activating that the design will automatically update to the checkpoint within a click, within a single click. We just model it and we can create it. Right now I'm going to work on activating it and I'm going to open it. You can see this is a check small section. So I'm going to editing it, edit the dimension. You can see client profile. I'm going to edit it. I'm going to change the 92 as 100. I'm regenerating it. It may take few because it's a large assembly. It takes few seconds to regenerate. You can see approximately 860 features are regenerating. It takes few times around 860 features. It's quite a large. But you can see here there is a notification one outdated placement or feature. What it is? It's a door. You remember that we gave that command without our notification. You should not update automatically to the system or software. So that's where that's not working. So we need to go and update our manually. Without our confirmation, the door will not automatically update. You can see that. And I'm going update control and show difference. It will show the difference. You can see here checkpoint. You can see the door. You can isolate. You can see that this is the currently changed feature and this is the outdated feature. So I'm keeping it to the changed feature and I'm updating it. So right now we made a change. In the design exploration session, we can create as okay. I'm going to add a checkpoint because we made a change. For that, for dot we made a change. I'm making it as a checkpoint. So the dot checkpoint has been created. So at any time you can come here and change it to the old one or the new one. So I'm going to edit another one. You can see I'm going to edit the chair. So this is the chair. I'm going to add some armrest excess material in this drawing. For that I'm going to activate it. You see this is the sketch I'm going to extrude. So I'm going to extrude it and it's up to my the command. So it's been updated. So the data the new feature has been updated. I'm placing it here. You can see the board side has been updated automatically. From this, you can see view changes. You can see that this is the top level is the first old one, and this is the new one we created. So we can create a checkpoint for that. This is for so the chat change will be automatically updated. For that, you can see activate the door change. You can update the chat change, whatever you want to, which feature you want to, you can easily pick that one. So right now, this is how it works. So right now I'm closing it, and I would like to open this full assembly of my drawing. This is the full explanation for advanced assembly extensions. This is the drawing, the completed drawing of the chain assembly. So why we choose the advanced assembly extensions? You can see that a single person can control the sub assemblies. The sub assembly person can control the designers. The designer can control the persons who below them. So each and every update will be automatically updated on the assembly itself. So it will the any changes you can save it. The time will be reduced. The changes will be quickly updated, and the cost wise it's more effective. So again, this is my sales team. You can feel free to contact them, Muthuram and Shamli ma'am. And if you have any questions,
Hello. Do you have any questions in this webinar? Hello. Sir, you can unmute and ask the question if you have any queries. Otherwise, you can note my number. You can call me anytime. I will here to support you. Okay. I think the webinar is going to be well. Nobody asking any questions. Okay. Thank you for attending these sections. Have a good day.